Shot in a Tallahassee parking garage last weekend had just graduated from Lowndes High School. Tallahassee police tell us Gavin Yates-Lyons has a life-threatening injury from Sunday morning's shooting. Yates-Lyons had graduated the day before. He played football for the Vikings, and this is video of him on signing day back in December when he committed to play for Ball State University.
The college football world is deeply shaken by the heartbreaking loss of Ball State freshman defensive back Gavin Yates-Lyons, an 18-year-old athlete whose bright future was shattered in an instant by a tragic shooting in Tallahassee Dove. From dominating the high school gridiron with his fierce playing style to graduating early to chase his Division I dreams, Gavin's journey was fueled by pure promise, relentless drive, and a heart of gold, only for his story to be cut short far too soon under circumstances that will leave you searching for answers. Before we dive into the emotional breakdown of his final days, his incredible final act of selflessness, and the investigation that still grips a community, hit that subscribe button to Celebrity Puzzle for more real athlete stories, updates, and deep sports breakdowns. The fateful night on Chapel Drive. On the early morning of Sunday, May 24, 2026, just hours after traveling back to Georgia to proudly walk across the stage at his Lowndes High School graduation ceremony, 18-year-old Gavin Yates-Lyons attended a massive unsanctioned pop-up party held inside a parking garage on Chapel Drive in Tallahassee, Florida. As a large crowd gathered in the venue, an unexpected dispute broke out among unknown individuals, rapidly escalating into a chaotic and violent exchange of gunfire. Caught completely helpless in the sudden crossfire, the young Ball State freshman defensive back suffered devastating, life-threatening gunshot wounds and was rushed to a local hospital in critical condition. Despite fighting valiantly for nearly a week under intensive medical care, Yates-Lyons tragically succumbed to his injuries on Saturday, May 30, 2026. His passing left two other adult males injured with non-life-threatening wounds, and it sparked an intensive, active investigation by the Tallahassee Police Department as the suspects remain at large. A final heroic act, the hospital's stay and honor walk. Following the tragic shooting, Gavin Yates-Lyons was rushed to a local Tallahassee hospital, where he was placed in the intensive care unit in critical condition. For nearly a week, medical staff, family members, and loved ones held on to hope as the 18-year-old athlete fought for his life. When it became clear on Saturday, May 30, 2026, that he would not survive his devastating injuries, his faithful family made the profound decision to honor his selflessness through organ donation. Before he was taken into surgery, the hospital corridors were lined with grieving family members, friends, teammates, and medical staff for a deeply moving honor walk. This emotional procession paid tribute to the young man's ultimate gift, ensuring that even as his own promising journey was cut short, his final act on this earth would be saving the lives of complete strangers. Roots of faith, childhood and family in Greenville. Born on April 30, 2008, Gavin Yates-Lyons was raised in the close-knit town of Greenville, Florida, just east of Tallahassee. Growing up in a deeply faithful Christian household, he was instilled with strong moral values, a gentle spirit, and a relentless work ethic from an early age. His family created a nurturing environment where his athletic talents flourished alongside a personal character rooted in faith and kindness. Neighbors and relatives remember Gavin not just as a gifted athlete, but as a polite, compassionate young man with a contagious smile and an unwavering love for his family. This foundational Florida upbringing shaped him into a pillar of strength, making his sudden absence an incredibly heavy burden for the tight-knit community that watched him grow into a determined young man. The gridiron standout, high school career and academic excellence. Gavin's journey reached new heights when he crossed the Florida-Georgia border to attend Lowndes High School in Valdosta, Georgia, where he transformed into an elite scholar athlete for the powerhouse Vikings football program. On the field, the 6 feet 2 inches, 180-pound defensive back was a force to be reckoned with under head coach Adam Carter, using his exceptional length, aggressive tackling, and elite ball-tracking skills to anchor a defense that marched to a stellar 10-2 record. During his standout senior season, he racked up 15 total tackles, intercepted 2 passes to earn honorable mention All-Region honors, and served as a lethal special teams weapon by racking up 243 kickoff return yards. Yet, his triumphs stretched far beyond the gridiron. Gavin was equally relentless in the classroom, maintaining a remarkably high GPA and clearing strict NCAA academic standards. His rigorous academic discipline allowed him to fulfill all his graduation requirements an entire semester early, officially graduating from Lowndes in December 2025 so he could immediately chase his Division I dreams. Chasing the Division I dream, spring training at Ball State. In January 2026, Gavin Yates-Lyons officially transitioned to the collegiate ranks, moving to Muncie, Indiana, as an early entry freshman for the Ball State University Cardinals. By enrolling early, Gavin bypassed his final semester of high school to immediately immerse himself in the grueling demands of a Division I football program. Throughout the spring 2026 semester, he balanced a full load of college courses with intense strength conditioning and mandatory spring practices under the Ball State coaching staff. Standing out as a lengthy and physical defensive back, he showcased the versatility to play both corner and safety, quickly earning the respect of his new teammates and coaches who projected him to compete for a rotational roster spot in the upcoming fall season. Tragically, because his life was cut short in May, he never had the opportunity to run through the stadium tunnel for a regular season game, leaving his collegiate career completely unwritten but deeply etched in the hearts of the Ball State football family. A fearless defensive weapon. On the field, Gavin Yates-Lyons was a lengthy, quick-twitch and highly aggressive defensive back who seamlessly blended the coverage range of a cornerback with the physical mentality of a safety. Standing 6 feet 2 inches, he utilized his long wingspan to jam receivers at the line of scrimmage, disrupt passing lanes and high-point airborne footballs with natural wide receiver instincts. He refused to be a passive defender. Instead, he frequently came downhill with explosive speed to lay physical hits and stop ball carriers securely in the open field. This relentless tenacity, paired with his fluid acceleration as a dynamic 24 yards per return kickoff specialist, made him a rare three-phase threat built perfectly for modern Division I college football. A program in mourning, tributes from the Ball State coaching staff. The sudden loss of Gavin Yates-Lyons left the Ball State football program completely devastated, prompting emotional outpourings from university leadership and coaches. Chief of Staff Pete Rowley publicly remembered Gavin as an extraordinary person, who possessed a magnetic personality, a relentless work ethic, and an incredibly bright future both on and off the field. Head coach Mike Uramovich and his staff expressed profound grief over losing a young man who had quickly become an integral, beloved member of the Cardinals family in just a few short months. To support the family through this unimaginable nightmare, a community-driven GoFundMe campaign was established to handle mounting medical and memorial expenses, while Ball State Athletics pledged to keep Gavin's memory alive as they approach a heavy and somber upcoming season. The search for justice, the ongoing investigation. As the community mourns, the Tallahassee Police Department is working around the clock to piece together the chaotic events of that fateful morning in the Chapel Drive parking garage. Because the shooting erupted inside a massive, packed pop-up party, investigators are facing a wall of confusion but are actively reviewing surveillance footage, forensic evidence, and interviewing dozens of witnesses who fled the scene. 2 other adult males who were wounded in the crossfire survived their injuries, but the gunman, or gunmen, remain completely at large with no suspects currently in custody. Law enforcement officials are urging anyone with cell phone video, social media clips, or any information regarding the dispute to come forward immediately, as a grieving family and a shattered football community desperately search for answers and accountability for the stolen life of Gavin Yates-Lyons. Remembering a hero, the legacy of Gavin Yates-Lyons. Gavin Yates-Lyons' story is not defined by the tragedy that took him, but by the extraordinary light he brought into this world during his 18 years. He was a son of deep faith, a brilliant scholar who outpaced the classroom, a fierce gridiron warrior, and ultimately, a hero whose final act of organ donation gave the gift of life to others. Though his Division I college football dreams were left unwritten in the Ball State record books, his legacy of kindness, selflessness, and relentless drive is permanently etched into the hearts of everyone who knew him. As his family navigates this unimaginable grief, the sports world will never forget the promise of number 29. Thank you for honoring Gavin's memory with us today. To ensure you never miss these deep, real-life athlete stories and important sports updates, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and turn on notifications for Celebrity Puzzle. Stay tuned, stay safe, and we will see you in the next breakdown.